Exactly. How dare you? How fucking dare you? You've not even watched it. Speaking of things you've not even watched, you'll not even care about. Moving on to a little more.
I watched the Cats trailer. Shut up.
You fucking closet furry. You obviously do not know who you are fucking with. Welcome to a very special episode 54 of the Unmonetisables, the official podcast of the FAWK Chronicles, the dumbest search for intelligence in the galaxy, and stepsister podcast to the Indi Scots network's Scots with Soul podcast. My name is Cpt Privilege, and with me through no choice of their own are Dr. Darkside.
Unhack your brain.
Unpack your fucking brain. And Grandmaster Tech.
Untangle this.
Excuse me? In this climate? Are you kidding? I'm unaware of your advances, but if you're aware, this is the only show in the galaxy that expertly dissects your primitive planet's curatable culture, aka the trending tat of the week. We need to get to the most important news straight off the bat, guys. I'm sure you've heard by now.
Here we go.
This is going to be another KSI thing, isn't it?
No, it's certainly not. Iggy Azalea has announced that there shall be official twerk pits at her gigs. Now on.
Of course there will be.
Twerk, yes, twerk pit.
Pets.
Yeah, I know.
Are there going to be police available round about these twerk pits?
Iggy don't fuck with no popo.
Can you imagine?
Come on now, she's from the streets.
Can you imagine seeing a twerk pit fight?
A twerk off in a pit.
What's that going to look like? You
Twerk
know?
off in a twerk pit.
It just sounds something really inappropriate that you'd find.
Two asses enter, one leaves. Only one leaves.
At least Mosh Pit kind of had sort of a ring to it.
Why am I thinking you'd find these in a strip club somewhere though?
Yeah, I suppose a
Strip club is just one big twerk pit, really, isn't it?
I suppose twerk pit kind of has a ring to it as well.
Sticky twerk pit. Well, apparently it's somewhere where anyone and everyone can go.
Anyone and everyone says no age limit.
And be well, I'm sure there's an age limit to an Iggy Azalea concert. I'd hope there's an age limit to.
Can middle-aged guys get in?
What's wrong with middle-aged guys?
Along with the teenagers that are going in there like that. This is like a recipe for disaster.
It's just a place where everyone can go and feel shameless and have fun and not be made fun of. Apparently, there'll be a circle where you can just go and dance and be silly.
So it's a circle twerk then.
All these middle-aged guys circle twerking. Man, that's just a bad.
Just sounds like a queue for the toilet on the fucking Saturday night at the pub. Well, if you think that's weird, nothing's quite as weird as your own weirdo. Fucking, you picked me off there with some. There will be no monetized ads on this ship, Darkside.
I know. Execute cancel ad order.
That's just grimy.
That's having the sound turned off.
Not as grimy as Grimes, who released her daily regimen schedule. Grimes, the famous artist, you know, Elon Musk. I mean, fucking Lex Luthor. I mean, Elon Musk's kind of side bit. My training is a 360 approach. I first maintain a healthy cellular routine where I maximise the function of my mitochondria with supplements such as NAD+, acetyl, L-carnitine, magnesium, etc. This helps promote ATP and it's incredibly visceral.
What the fuck are you talking about?
From that, this is our daily regimen. From that point, I spend 2 to 4 hours in my deprivation tank. This allows me to astral glide to other dimensions, past, present, and future.
Wait.
You know, I can confirm that's real. No, that's real.
Astral glide?
The other stuff at the beginning, that was crap. The astral gliding, that's totally true.
That's not astral gliding, that's called the mushroom stunt.
Do they even know the connotations behind the name astral glide?
So here, let me get through this. In the afternoon, I do.
You're thinking about body glide, that's it.
I don't even want to know what that is.
I don't want to know what astral glide is.
In the afternoon, I do 1 to 2 hour sword fighting sessions with my trainer, James Lew.
Is that what they're calling it these days?
We go over the fundamentals at work that obliques, core, stabilises, and triceps, as well as a few tricks. To wind down from this, I spend 30 to 45 minutes on the inclined hike at roughly 4 or 4.5 miles per hour, arguably the most efficient workout. I then spend 45 minutes stretching before heading into the studio where my mind and body are functioning at peak level with a neuroplastic glow between 57.5 and 71.5 APHCs, which is my preferred range for my blood type.
Shut up.
My preferred range for my blood type.
Who told you that?
I've outfitted my studio with the highest grade of red light. It's pretty much a 1,000 square foot IR sauna.
Does this not end?
Hannah then comes over and we do a screaming session for 20 to 25 minutes while I slow boil the honey tea that maximises vocal proficiency.
Not the bulletproof coffee.
It's the last part. I've also eliminated all blue light from my vision through an experimental surgery that removes the top film of my eyeball.
You shut the fuck up.
And replaces it with an orange Ultraflex polymer that my friend and I made in the lab this past winter as a means to cure seasonal depression.
No, don't fuck with your eyes like that.
Wow.
Like, you think you can improve on Mother Nature? Like Mother Nature made your fucking eyes to cope with the sun, and you're like, nah, fuck that. I can do better than that.
Perfect here, you know what I mean? She knows. She knows the true conspiracy, right? They're trying to keep us down. They're trying to keep our neuroplasticity down, mate. You know what I mean? Mitochondrial fucking activity at its lowest ever.
Somebody needs to keep her down. Holy shit.
That sounds misogynist.
She sounds like a threat to her own well-being. She needs sectioned for her own fucking health, man.
Listen, Elon Musk sees something in her. Do you know what I mean? Like, well, she's many things in her, I imagine. But anyway, moving on.
So you're not segueing to Elon Musk?
No, I'm not touching.
Well,
Lex Luthor.
Lex Luthor has bigger plans than what's going on there. Elon Musk reveals brain hacking plans.
Yay!
Oh yeah, fuck it, I heard of it.
Join the club, Elon.
Told you he was a fucking humanist.
So for a while, everybody's knowing about his company Neuralink. But this week they did their big launch and he did a big speech about what they're planning to do.
AKA Lex Corp.
Yeah, but the whole point of Neuralink is to implant electrodes into your brain and hook you up to a computer so that
They've done experiments where monkeys can control computers through this.
But his whole thinking behind it is creepy as fuck. He's worried about the AI coming and it'll just destroy everybody on Earth. But his plan is if we can hook people up to computers, then the AI won't want to kill everybody.
Because we'll be part computer. See, I'm telling you, man.
Let's give them an instant off switch in your fucking brain. That'll definitely...
How is that a good excuse to,
it's not
tamper with people's fucking brains?
Zuckerberg's already assimilated him, mate. He's part of the fucking cyborg collective.
But you haven't seen any of the videos to do with this, right? Because he shows off, an image of the machine, because the electrodes are so small, they're smaller than a human hair, so a human can't implant them into the back of your head. God. Yeah, a machine needs to do it, and it's the world's scariest looking sewing machine.
Right, okay, I've slagged you for once in that, but in all serious, John Connor, what are we gonna do?
What we're gonna do?
Got a fucking plan here.
We're gonna raid Neuralink headquarters.
We just need electro.
We just need to redirect all the Naruto runners from Area 51. We'll direct them to the Neuralink headquarters.
How are we gonna do that?
I don't know. We'll just funnel them. We'll get a big funnel.
We'll funnel.
Really, super huge funnel.
That sounds like some kind of fucking ska band.
We'll get Boring Company to make a big hole under the ground.
Yeah. I like your thinking. I do like your thinking. Well,
but yeah, so we're going to talk to computers and they're going to help us merge with the AI and come on, it would be amazing, wouldn't it? You need to know the capital of that country in Eastern Africa and it just pops into your head.
It's a two-way system, bro.
You don't have to Google something, it just appears in your mind.
It's a two-way system, bro.
Yeah, that's the problem with it, right?
Yeah, it's going to be a two-way system. They can put stuff in your fucking head.
They're going to data mine the fuck out your head.
They're going to data mine your fucking head, and then at the same time they're going to
implant shit in your head.
I think you can control your mood through
Chris
Facebook.
Nolan's going to come along and implant shit in your fucking head.
Chris Nolan. Plant the Mars landing in your head. Yeah, I like that. Or he's just going to film an Area 51 actual raiding where they find nothing.
No, but it's even worse than that, though, because, you know, instead of having to prevent people from raiding Area 51, they'll just implant a new scene that when they walk in, they see nothing apart from just an empty base.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he'd just recreate it. It'd be like...
There's nothing there. I see
Capone's
nothing.
Vault all over again.
Wait a minute, didn't they do something very similar to this in that one anime?
I don't know, you fucking weeb. Tell me.
Ghost in the Shell.
Oh, that's
The
a
Hector
thing.
Vision.
Oh, yeah, totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to have loads of good knock-on effects for people with disabilities, but that's where it starts, right? And then it's going to get creepy after that.
Well, think about this. You wouldn't need GoPros or that anymore.
Yeah, you wouldn't need to record anything.
No.
You record it with your eyes.
Exactly. But the thing is, people would still be complaining that it's not in 4K, man.
No, I heard one commentator talking about this, and it's so true, that if we were to ever have zombies, this is how it would start. And that's fucking
One
true.
glitch, mate. One glitch, and then there's nobody to fucking put out the patch.
Yeah, well, think, totally. Totally.
One hot fix coming for you, buddy. You're just all walking about into walls and fucking...
Windows Updater is not responding.
I was going to say, you're driving along your car
Talk
one
about
morning.
fucking NPC.
Driving along your car one morning, and all of a sudden you get this little internal message. It's like, Windows is upgraded to the next latest package. You need to reboot to install these updates. Rebooting in 15 seconds. Oh, fuck.
Reboot now or postpone. Fucking.
Postpone? What do you mean I can only postpone for 1 minute?
Try to fucking lie there at night and you're fucking not just go threat detected. Try to get virus.
Someone new on your Wi-Fi network. What?
Oh my god.
But Musk says it's not like suddenly we will have this incredible neural lace and will take over people's brains. It will take a long time, he says.
No, it won't.
So it sounds like he's got that plan. Like that's what he's aiming for. It's just going to take a wee bit longer.
He already has it implanted in himself.
On his big fucking Scotch board that he uses a flamethrower to write out his plan on. Step 1, convince everyone I'm
Didn't
a
he
cool
offer
guy.
free flamethrowers to people that were going to Area 51? He did. He put out that tweet, man. I'm like,
that's
what?
going to be dodgy as fuck, eh? Nah. I like the idea you're saying it could have practical effects and good effects. Knock-on effects. Such as Shane Dawson's recent documentary or one shot with Gina Cooney. Did you watch it?
No. Did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched it. Okay, it was hard, but it was good. It was fair.
It just sounds like those Channel 5 documentaries about people that are that obese that they can't leave the house. It's just it just seems like exploitation.
It was more a case of like
No,
I think it was more a case of because he hadn't been gone and filming her when she was going through rehab, right? So basically, breaking it down for folk that didn't know, Gina Cooney is a YouTuber who
has a very obvious eating disorder.
But yeah, she's quite blatantly got some sort of fucking problems and was getting skinnier and skinnier and skinnier. And as a result, the internet was just fucking dogpiling on her, man. Folk were just picking videos left, right and centre, shouting out for her to get help. And thankfully, she of her own volition managed to go and get said help. But he has then went and met her after the fact and actually just tried to get to care her. And unlike with the fucking... as Jake Paul, sociopath one, where he brought the fucking therapist bird along, he actually just spoke to her first and went, right, how should I approach this? What's alright to ask her, what's not alright to ask her, what's possibly going to trigger her, hanging da. So she set him straight, and he went in and just had a real good talk with her, and she's been really open and honest about it, and be like, look, Ken, I've had these fucking problems, and if there's anybody I can help with just even talking about it, then
so you thought it was
enough.
good? Because I've heard reaction to it is that it wasn't that great, and that he wasn't as delving with her as he could have / should have been.
Well, he asked her everything that he felt was one, comfortable asking her, and two, that she felt comfortable answering, you know. And she was pretty fucking open. The only thing she didn't do is specifically label exactly what eating disorder she has. She obviously seemed to have some sort of trigger about naming it and labelling it, but instead of sitting bullying the wee lassie into fucking putting a name on it.
Yeah, but that's just another word for denial.
Yeah. Well, but she visibly looked fucking better, man. Like, completely, especially compared to the last video, it was a really fucking shame. It was really hard to watch day parts. Whilst looking at a lassie who now is quite clearly only minorly so by an average person's standards of weight fluctuation.
Yeah, nothing against her. I just question his.
It's dramatic.
His choice.
Well, I think it's what he's doing. I mean,
he knew. I think he knew going into it that Gina Cooney, as a tag, would just give him a whole bunch of
he'd met her
views,
and he had been speaking to her
really,
when she was talking about like going into rehab and that. And she come out with her first video.
Yeah, I'd like to believe that he's genuine.
The whole fucking time when I was fucking going through this, and it was like, all right, okay.
I like to believe he's genuine.
Yeah,
but I think he's very good at. I don't think he's the greatest interviewer in the world, to be honest. I think he's good. I think he's good in
just personable.
He's good in a certain niche, and
find easy to open up to him, man.
He's good at finding people to talk to and having open discussions. But I don't think he's a great interviewer in terms of trying to get good answers out of people.
Personality, man, innit? That's it. At the end of the day, he's got personality, and folk like him and shine to him. Therefore,
but he's good at what he does.
Get that? Well, he is good at what he does. However, he's a bit shoddy with editing. Because you fucking obviously didn't watch it, so you didn't notice our boy Crimson's fucking channel flashed up.
Yeah.
In the cut and the edit, as he was talking, as Shane was talking about YouTube channels diving on and piling on, and just the name of his channel was just at the bottom of a cut of like several channels, Crimson Studios, and a list of videos that had been done about her. But unfortunately, I don't know. He's obviously just took that for a list of them. Fucking Crimson himself spoke about his issues with fucking eating disorders and stuff, and done a video more in response to that, and being like, look, this is the only way it's going to fucking happen, and folk just dogpile their own, aren't they going to really make it any better? Which is essentially what the gist of the Shane Dawson video.
I've got that.
He
much,
doesn't outright say it was fucking his fault.
But I've got that much respect for mental illness and eating disorders, etc., that I don't think they should be reduced to entertainment. I mean, I don't know what.
But I think what these things are. What is a Shane Dawson? I call it a documentary, but in essence, it is.
I think he could be exploiting it for the reason of entertainment.
Could be.
But I haven't even watched it. So.
Exactly. How dare you? How fucking dare you? You've not even watched it. Speaking of things you've not even watched, you'll not even care about. Moving on to a little more.
I watched the Cats trailer. Shut up.
you fucking closet furry. Fuck? I haven't watched no fucking straight ass Cats trailer. But what I do know is there will be female Thor as Natalie Portman reprises her MCU fucking role.
Why?
Natalie Portman?
Yeah, because
really?
she was Thor's fucking missus. She was Jane Foster in the first two films.
I know,
and then she fucked off because she fell out with the production, didn't they like what they were going to go with the character?
So
she's held off long enough and they've gave her female Thor, which is actually comic book canon.
So it's not like Black Little Mermaid.
This is female Thor's been around for a while. This is when they first, like, comic books, canonically, I may be speaking of Mars here, but from my limited knowledge of what was happening with the sales of comic books at the time, when it really dipped towards the end of the fucking 90s, noughties, they started pandering to this sort of, we'll just try this, just try that, and they'd done a female Thor. But out of all the ones that got pushed at the time and kind of failed, female Thor's kind of remained in there, kind of like
She-Hulk.
Is
it like Supergirl?
No,
it's essentially.
It's
like Superman's cousin.
It's Thor of another dimension, basically. Yeah. She's another dimensional Thor.
It's like She-Ra.
Yeah. Don't say it like that. It's so excited there. It's like,
that's not excitement. I'm just trying to understand what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah, wield that hammer. Yeah.
I think that's pretty cool. But where they've done fucked up is they've just done it because this is just an.
And we need a female, so we need Spider-Woman.
There's already SpiderGwen. She's cool. Everyone's down with that.
What the fuck?
What the fuck? Keep up, Darkside.
I never got the memo.
Did you not see Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse?
No, I don't. I don't keep up all the comic book fucking news. No.
These are the fucking.
Go and read. Tape print your next story about anime or something.
These are the archetypical heroic stories of our time.
No, they're not.
These will echo through the ages.
It's not like you're talking. It's like Gilgamesh or something. Shut up.
It is. It's called Endgame. Endgame Gamesh.
Endgame Gamesh. What the fuck?
That's like, listen, female Thor's all good, all fine and dandy, but when I draw the fucking line is where you do have a Blade reboot and you're not getting Wesley Snipes in on it.
But haven't they just announced like the next 10 movies that are
they did that. That's what I was just saying. Keep up. Phase 4.
Yeah.
Phase 4, weren't they now?
Yeah. But haven't people given up?
No,
on
they
Marvel?
haven't given up. Are you kidding? Now it's just getting interesting. Because what they've done, right?
It's getting gash.
What they've done is getting gash.
Don't say gash.
What they've done
I'll sing
is they
whatever fuck I want.
they finally ran out of all the main characters they thought, like your Iron Man, your Hulk, your staple character. They didn't ran out, but those characters have ran that major story arc. They've had a fucking literally an end game.
I'm surprised they haven't
few phases.
rebooted Iron Man and like they have with Spider-Man.
But so what they've got lined up was Black Widow after 24 Marvel films is finally getting her own fucking film. Falcon and Winter Soldier, everyone's favourite couple. Two fucking sidekicks basically. Eternals, I don't know what that is because I'm not a dork. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, which is interesting because I think it's some martial arts.
This is utter bit. How many Marvel films have there been, and how many are there on the roster? Altogether, it's like 50 fucking films.
Wanda and Vision.
How many Dredd films have we got?
One. Apart from Judge Dredd, yeah.
You see a problem there?
Yeah, we got fucking robbed. It's alright though, they're making Metropolis. But, Mega City 1, sorry. Mega City 1.
Right, wait, what?
They're making Mega City 1, the TV show. And it'll be like Dredd, hopefully.
Fuck's sake.
So, WandaVision, for some reason, has got Disney logo underneath it. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Loki, with another Disney fucking symbol on it. What If, which would be interesting. Hawkeye, because everyone wants a Hawkeye solo film. And then Thor, Love and Thunder with fucking female Thor. But the What If? What's the What If? Marvel What Ifs can be like anything.
I think the What If is tied into what the French army is up to.
No, yeah.
Are they making 10-year segues as well? Like,
French sci-fi team called on to predict future threats. The French army is to create a red team of sci-fi writers to imagine possible future threats.
Oh, I knew I should have fucking stuck with French in school, man. That's cool as fuck. What?
Yeah, it's not as cool as you think.
It is. You could literally write the fucking army's like future.
Yeah, the only problem there is some sci-fi writers write so well they make it so believable that the French would be like, oh my god, this is a real problem. that was not even an accent. Anyway, but you know what I mean? So it's like, you know, we've got like 14 scenarios here, all of which are extremely plausible, all of which we need to defend against, and Ebola killed us. You know,
no, like it's got examples here when sci-fi becomes reality. The moon landing, Jules Verne, 1865 novel.
What, did he predict they were going to fake that too?
Predicted the moon landing. Videophone's the first example of videophone appearing on screens was in 1927 film Metropolis, and the atomic bomb. H.G. Wells predicted the atomic bomb in his 1914 novel The World Set Free.
And the phone was actually in a Charlie Chaplin film as well, some old bird.
But who predicted terrorists running over people with trucks? Like, no sci-fi writer dreamed that up, man, and then they just started doing that.
What?
So,
that's probably like a billion fucking action movies of the 80s.
Speed.
Yeah.
Nah. Maybe.
Sound like George Bush up there. No one could have ever envisioned anyone flying anything in the towers.
So if that was a thing, why didn't they have bollards everywhere in preparation for that? You know what I mean? My point is that I doubt that having a crack team of sci-fi writers is going to predict the lo-fi ways that people are really going to try and attack your country.
It depends how much crack they're
everything,
on.
Bruno.
Eh?
It's like The Simpsons did it. It's like Star Trek did it. To be honest, if you're talking sci-fi, there'll be some area of a concept of fucking even if it's literally just the vaguest form of conceptualization of it could come from this angle, or it could mean that this is actually in reverse. Just all these fucking abstract thought patterns that the average thinkers who will join the military or join the fucking army or join this and that. They're not wired to do that, to think creatively, to think outside the fucking box.
The thing is,
that's why you get fucking Elon Musk because they think outside the box and creatively.
The thought is actually kind of inherently flawed.
We need less of them.
Yeah, but the thought is actually inherently flawed because if you think about it, everything that was...
You're inherently flawed.
Shut up. Everything that was written previously in sci-fis, people only made the link of, oh my god, look at that, they said that was going to happen after it's fucking happened.
Predictive programming.
You know what I mean? So it's like, oh my god, this person predicted the mobile phone. Well, yeah, if we'd never created the mobile phone, then they wouldn't have predicted it. So
I've seen those silent movies.
Chicken and egg
with the people with mobile phones.
Like I was watching. So you're talking about that fucking chip in the heat. I was watching a stream of a boy, and he's just literally like, "Oh my god, they pure predicted it." It's all these old David Icke fucking bits of footage. And what in the future they'll be putting chips in our heads. It was fucking all word for word.
Elon Musk's theories, fucking
hold on,
probes going into your brain.
They might all be reptilians in the end, guys. That's what I'm saying.
Just look at Johnny Mnemonic. There we go.
Classic film. What
Yeah.
are you saying about Johnny Mnemonic? Where's the fucking reboot we actually all want? I suppose Cyberpunk will pretty much
Keanu Reeves still looks pretty much the same, so...
He's busy anyway. He's trying to be at Area 51. He said they looked at the maps and they just had like loads of sections like
awkwardly
Chans B-pole, this pole and all that shit, and then it was just on the hill, Keanu Reeves.
awkwardly hugging people.
Without making any contact.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of making contact, we're fucking contacting that fucking pad for the next story, guys. I'm fresh out.
So it was the 50th anniversary of landing on something this week.
Landed on the fucking studio fucking 54B parking lot to film a moon landing.
Well, that's
it's a small parking lot.
It's funny that we're talking about raiding Area 51 and that's probably where they filmed. Yeah.
Well, is that what
it's a weird coincidence. It comes up right at the 50th anniversary.
They're basically protecting the original set. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. But Buzz Aldrin's Apollo 11 admission, NASA wanted to keep secret, and you're thinking, so he's admitting to it was all hoax, but no.
The banana flavored yogurt was actually chocolate.
Aldrin, who was an elder at the Webster Presbyterian Church, admitted he had snuck a small bottle of consecrated wine and a piece of bread on board.
Bullshit.
Apparently did communion while on the fucking moon.
Bullshit, because every last bit of weight of that was supposed to be calculated to the motherfucking microbe. Bullshit.
It was interesting to think that the very first liquid ever poured on the moon and the first food eaten there were communion elements. There you go. If you believe that story.
Yeah, I hear some sort of a plot coming in here, you know.
He's just an old guy with like war stories. It's like he's just making it up now. You know, like if it wasn't exactly, if it wasn't a hoax to begin with, it definitely is now. The stories he's coming out with, you're just eroding any kind of possibility that was a true story.
Somebody finally gets up there and they actually find his empty bottle just sitting there on the moon.
The fucking the No Agenda podcast, nice little snippet the other day there. This guy's got to go make bank, selling the military back the footage, the moon landings.
Yeah, I did have that.
Yeah,
as well.
Yeah, you know how they just like that type of thing, just maybe accidentally misplaced.
3 original NASA moon landing videos sell for 1.82 million.
They lost them. They just lost them.
Is that because that's what popped in my head, that he was
and this guy bought them at a bargain bin somewhere.
Yeah. But why not?
And now he's selling them back to them at auction.
Yeah, but you can ask whatever you want. Why is he just going for 1.82? But it should be 1.82 billion.
Yeah.
Like these things don't exist. There's an original copy of the moon footage.
Like, these only matter anyway because there's not that many machines that can still fucking play it. So actually, there's like fucking at least 8.
No, and not only that footage is so important that somebody would build a new fucking machine to play it.
Come on, man.
You know?
Well, why not just CGI? It'd be a hell of a lot cheaper.
Wait a minute.
Hold on.
Landing the reboot.
They sold for 1.82 million. That's 8,000 times what then NASA intern Gary George paid for them in a government surplus auction in 1976. Holy shit.
Ended at the government surplus auction.
That's mental, right?
Yeah.
How does that shit end up in an auction?
That just shows how important that, real footage was.
In June 1976, he paid $217.77 for a lot of about 1,150 reels of magnetic tape that had belonged to NASA.
A fuck ton of them.
Wow. Dope.
That's impressive.
That story there that points towards the fact that there's no way we landed on the fucking moon, because how could they be that inept? An organisation that inept managed to get two people to land on the surface of another.
If nothing else, there would have been like a literal vault built in the middle of NASA, and that was always in there for all time. Just didn't even touch it. It's in there. That's it. We've accomplished it. If nothing else, that. And you fucking it just ends up in the surplus fucking store. Like what? Auction.
You send these people 260,000 miles away to the moon to land on it, the hardest thing that humanity's ever managed to do, and then we lost the footage. Really?
That's kind of spooky, Tech?
Yeah, I like how you just totally just created a segue there, and I wasn't even planning on this story. But
forced segue.
That's amazing. I guess I have to read it now. Apparently, scientists have captured a photo of quantum entanglement in action.
Oh, it looks like the picture of the black hole.
It basically,
that's the same fucking picture.
It basically looks like someone has taken a grayscale picture of like lipstick kiss on a camera.
It's the same person that took the picture of the black hole, I'm telling you.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Just change the filter, man.
It's a picture of somebody mooning.
No, well, what is a fucking black hole? Black hole is a singularity. It's a quantum entanglement.
Straight at that fucking twerk pit of Iggy Azalea.
That's what a twerk pit look like. It's a like massive quantum entanglement.
And here on the thermal cameras from the National Orbiting Space Station, we see two people twerking.
There's too many twerking. Such huge masses.
They look strangely like boomerangs.
That is just one big Maasai twerk. Mid twerk, the cheeks have just spread.
That a mig twerk? Did you say what?
Mid twerk.
Mid twerk. I thought you said mig
sounds
twerk.
Like some sort of weird
like
fucking...
MGTOW, but mig twerk.
It's something like a fucking military fighter jet.
Absolutely, it's a Chinese mig twerk.
Blazing Nicki Minaj and Cardi B.
We're not going to be naming things, kind of reasonably scientific names. It's going to be meme names now. Welcome to the warship mig twerk. Twerk, fucking twerk, whatever.
Got the biggest bomb in the world, fucking Chungus or something.
Chimichanga. Fuck.
I demand a segue.
Yeah.
On the subject of questionable digital information, education publisher Pearson to phase out print textbooks. The world's largest education publisher has taken the first step towards phasing out print books by making all its learning resources digital first.
Good. Save the trees. Listen, we cannot just skim a layer off our eyeballs and pick that blue light fucking thing that Grimes made in their fucking lab.
I have one.
So there'll be no worries about the screen.
What happens when the power turns off? You've no books.
Turn your
You can't
power
read
off.
it in.
We've all got phones. Dipshit, there'll be battery.
The solar powered phones.
Yeah.
Wind up.
No, it was the main pictures I see this guy, he's like got one of the solar powered battery fucking things. It's just a big fuck off battery that's solar powered. But he's plugged into his phone, turned the light on his phone, just points it at the fucking battery.
Oh man, I love those things. Like even the science on that is so bullshit. It's funny. It's amazing. I remember I used to think of that when I was but a young bot.
Fucking don't say young bot.
Having a desk lamp with a solar panel on its base, so the light is constantly on it, and then later on realised that wait a minute, diminishing returns. That light would get dimmer and dimmer and dimmer. But it's like you see the pictures like on like eBay or Amazon or something like that, and you see it's like 20,000 20,000 milliamp hour battery pack with a solar panel on it. Yeah, you know how long it would take you to charge up that battery with that size of a solar panel? You'd be sitting on your shelf for a year and it still wouldn't be charged.
They'll sellotape it to the window that's got the nice light face on it.
How you put it in a fucking greenhouse and maybe it might charge. Just launch it into orbit and see if you can get a permanent
tinfoil flare.
Exactly. There's a reason why the International Space Station has solar panels that massive. And it probably only powers the toilet.
Getting away from that.
He didn't even know the segue, yes!
In Area 51 news, Bud Light says free beer for any alien that makes it out.
Oh my god, these companies are going to get sued so hard if somebody tries to lout that fence back.
And Area
Jake Paul or somebody's going to try and lout that fucking fence and it's all going to kick off.
Area 51 security risk. ISIS could be behind viral Facebook event, warns intelligence expert.
No, see, this has gone too far. This has gone too far.
No. It's the Russians, man.
Oh no.
Fuck knows it. It's just the North Koreans.
This is the AI itself just setting us up on ourselves. The AI is trying to break the aliens free to use as a distraction.
That's it. Area 51 is just another ICE encampment, So there we go. Yeah.
But
concentration.
But it's not going to be funny when it hits September 20th and there's a whole bunch of like Asperger kids like actually Naturo running towards the fence. Like that's not going to be fucking funny, man. The people that didn't get the memo,
Thing is, I remember talking to somebody about how would they stop these people from actually doing it, right? And it's like obviously, well, simple. They could just shoot them. You're storming a high security Air Force military base. You're going to get shot.
It's not gonna come to that.
It was like, what other things could they do to stop them? Well, if they just lined the fences with real meat, they'd probably be fine.
Just line them with Amazon gift cards.
Grow tobacco on the outskirts. Real tobacco.
I'm following here. Is this some sort of weird smoking the beef reference thing? What do we?
Just line it with PSN tokens or something.
Must be high as shit. What the fuck?
That's if you want them to jump. That's if you want them to storm the place. I'm talking about keeping them out of the place.
Just line a big fucking massive Minecraft fucking assault course around the Area 51 and people just get too busy lost in it.
That's it. Dig a twerk pit.
Oh, nah, loads of fucking twerk pits.
They run into it and just get stuck,
That's it. The US military needs Iggy Azalea. She's sitting around a table right now with the chiefs of staff, and they're organising these massive twerk pits. That's it. The twerk pits at her concert are actually like a test bed.
Gets Cardi B for the biggest collaboration you've ever seen.
Yeah. They open up like free mochachinos or something like that. Wee coffee stop or twerk pit. In another corner. It's basically they've just created meme traps all the way around Area 51.
Nice. Like
so,
that.
It catches as many of them as possible. Free vape competition.
Nice. Vaping bathwater. Nice.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Real Gamer Girl convention.
Speaking of convention, unless you've got anything else lined up for us.
There's lots of stuff, but yeah, not
That'll
really.
do us for this week, gents, as I very nonchalantly pull back up my notes. I don't know why they disappeared, but
you don't have notes. Stop pretending.
I know, this is all straight off the top.
Yeah.
But that about wraps up for episode 54 of the Unmonetisables podcast, folks. If you made it this far, we genuinely appreciate your listenership, and if you're feeling as frugal as Private Mr. Feudal, gives you a wee pound off you over on Patreon.
We're hungry.
And for those watching via the FAWK Chronicles on YouTube, while you're here, feel free to start a twerk pit all over that subscribe button.
Yeah.
Links to the Discord can be found in the description on our YouTube page. the FAWK Chronicles are part of Indi Scots network, where every Thursday I will be streaming on Twitch for Roleplay Thursdays, and 6 nights of the week there's a bevy of Scottish talent streaming, playing together and podcasting. Until next time, this has been Cpt Privilege, Grandmaster Tech, Dr. Darkside, signing off. Closing hailing frequencies, ending communications, and gonna go skim a layer off my eyeballs and put a blue light filter over them.
I'm gonna go monetize that twerk pit Area 51.
I'm gonna join the hive mind.
You're already in the hive mind.